Just starting out learning guitar, you know nothing about that fretboard. And people just tell you, just form these chords, putting your fingers on these frets. And they don't tell you why. They don't tell you they don't give you any level of understanding of what is going on, which means that you're stuck at the top of that neck, I think, forever, because everything else down from there is scary. So I think that the more you understand the guitar, the more powerful the tool can be in your hands. So this is just going to be an exercise of building the major scale on the guitar. And you don't need to know anything for this video. If you want to go back and watch the other videos where I'm explaining the theory behind it, which is basic as well, but I'm not even going to tell you that on this one. We are just going to write out the numbers 1 to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we go back to 1. And I'm just going to tell you that there's a space between everything except for the 3 and the 4 and the 7 and the 1. That's all you have to know. That's it. So just remember 3 and 4 and 7 and 1 for now. Start with that. We're going to build the whole guitar, and then you're going to see the chords form before your very eyes, and then you're going to change keys, and you're going to play those chords, and you're going to know more about music theory than most people will ever know who just sit and play the chords. So if it interests you, you want to know why, and you think that you'll help remember why, and it definitely help you later on when you go to chord tone target, when you're lead soloing and whatnot. Definitely. So we're just going to build a major scale, and I'm going to start at 1. That makes sense, right? I'll just make them all white. Right? Between 1 and 2, there was a space, right? In between 2 and 3, there's a space. Okay. And then between 3 and 4, is there a space or no space? Well, take a look at that list above. Between 3 and 4, there was no space. So my 3 and 4 lists here, so no space. Okay, you following so far? Can you guess 5, 6, 7, and 1? I think you can. So just continue on. I'm just going to keep doing this. Probably fast forward the video. So I'm just going to leave it here like this so that you understand that it repeats as it comes off this end. It repeats on this end. That's the way it is on your guitar too. So now we can recognize the pattern, which is on the guitar, every 1 fret is a half a step. 2 frets is a whole step. So we have whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step back to 1 here. Okay, now what happens? That's on the E string. And now you can say all the note names when you do that. So as you go through F, G, A sharp, C, D, E, F, G, right? And then you go through that and you might actually notice that, hey, there's a pattern. Now let's do the next string. But how do we know what the number is underneath the next string? Yay, good question. So the guitar is tuned in fourths, which means if you, quite silly, count to yourself to 4, that's what the note is going to be on the next string. So if you were to be E, between E and A, you'd say E, F, G, A. So 4, right? That's a fourth. E, F, G, A. That's the next string name. Okay, well then the next one down, can I just keep going? Yeah, so A, B, C, D. Okay, D, E, F, G, right? G, A, B, C. Uh-oh, there's our problem. And that's where you see that all the patterns shift and break. Because right here, that should be a C. And apparently there are guitar tunings that are like that. And that's how I learned how the guitar worked. I actually said to myself, why don't I just play with that tuned as a C? Then all my patterns will shift. And yeah, it makes learning your scales way easier, but it makes playing other chords and following other genres and like learning other people's licks impossible. So impossible. So they tuned it to make it easier to play. So nonetheless, that's our exception to the rule, and we go 1/2 step over to B. But then the rule applies again. So B, C, D, E. That's 4 away. that gets us to E. So knowing that the guitar is tuned in fourths as we go down, we just need to pick one of these numbers and we can add 4 to it and we'll know what the line underneath that one is. So what I like to use is the number 1. So why not? Why not start with 1? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, that should be a 4 underneath my 1. Okay, that's cool. That's an easy rule. Now I can build out the rest of this fretboard escalator. So I'm going to build out the rest of the A string. And I've got a couple different ways I can do that mentally. So, and you just got to go through this. Once you get this thing built, the magic will appear. Trust me. But it can take a little bit to get there. So we are at 4. Now, between 4 and 5, we can look across the top. There was a whole step, right? A whole space. So if I want to go build across, I would put my 5 away with a space or a whole step away, right? Right there. Lines up under the 2. Well, let's check my work. If I count forward from 2, will I get to 5? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you do. Perfect. Now we can build it again. So we 5 to 6. We can do it as the whole step there, or we can go, what's under the 3? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, the rules work, obviously. And if it was as easy as that, which it pretty much is, there's just a few little tricks. So between 5 and 6 is a whole step. 3, 4, 5, 6 gets me my fourths, tuned in fourths. Between 6 and 7 is another whole step. So better grab myself a 7. Now that 7 is a whole step away, right? So it's 2 frets over. And then between 7 and 1 is a half step, right? So let's check our work here. Now, I thought you said, Steve, if you count in fourths, 4, 5, 6, 7, that 7 should be under the 4. Well, that's the only exception to the rule. That's all you have to remember. Okay. Hey, you didn't think it was going to be that easy. It had to be something in there that was a little harder. So, but you cannot use the rule 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't add the fourths. Just shift that 7 over a half a step. So if you're ever trying to think in your head what's below the 4, and I know you think, why would I think that? It'll come out later. And it is just good to know because like the rules will be there. You'll notice that for everywhere there's a 5, there's a 1 below it, right? And everywhere there's a 5, there's a 2 above, so a 2 above. And these patterns actually will help you later. But nonetheless, let's finish building out the scale. So back to 5, it just will follow the rules. So 5, 6, 7, and we return back to 1, right? Okay, so a whole step away from 1 is 2, and then a whole step away from 2 is 3, because we're following our pattern up here, right? We only do half steps and we hit between 3 and 4. And lo and behold, as we know, as we go off this side, a half step over here, we're at to 4. So perfect, we've got it nailed. Now we're just going to keep doing this for every string. So now we're going, again, we can pick any number. I can drop it below the 1. Okay, well, what's always below 1? We know that's a 4, right? So just like we did here, below this one's a 4. So patterns start to emerge, right? And as you're doing this, those patterns will just kind of settle into your brain. I mean, what better way to understand the fretboard than to sit down and just do this? And it is not hard. It's not hard, but I'm learning it. You're learning it. It's going into your head. Whole step away from 4 is 5, according to the top, or 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to 5 if I were to go down a string from the 2. So I need a 5. This video is going to take a while to go through, but just do it. Just do it. 5 to 6, whole step. Maybe I'll skip some of these in post. I won't play the whole video, but you know what? Sometimes maybe it's better to just do the whole video and sit there and do it with me. 6 to 7 is a whole step, right? According to our list here. So we need a white 7. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of 7s. Now be careful. When you go off here, it's a half step to get back to here. So I add an extra one to the 7, right? So, well, how can I check that? Well, the last time we had a 4, the 7 was down and over 1. The last time we had a 4, the 7 was down and over 1. Okay, so it must be correct. All right. Between 1 and 2 is a whole step. I'm going to go faster. Between 2 and 3 is a whole step. You should be going faster at this point too. If between 3 and 4 is a what? The half step, always. So the half step list, 3 and 4, 7, 1. Okay, good. G string. Now we actually get to go to the G string. Let's pick a different number. Let's pick a 4. Oh no, we can't pick a 4. It's got, yes, you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, if we count 4s, right? And we know that if we put the 7 right below, you'd get your hand slapped. So you have to move it over 1. Okay, that's the rule with the 4. Okay, that's it. Just remember it. Back to the 1s. Between 7 and 1 is a what? Half step. That's right. Half step. 1 and 2. Full step. You know it now. I guarantee you, if you do this, and we are what, 10 minutes into the video? 5 and 6, whole step. You will remember it forever. You don't have to do this again. You just do it once. That's it. You do it once and you're done. And after that, you use it. But we are doing this once because it's the best way to learn it. The best way to understand and become intimate with it. Look, we're building this shape here. This looks really good. We're done that string? Yes, we are. Well, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, we don't want to make a mistake when I'm recording it. That would be bad. Okay, let's go back to the 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the 4 is always under the 1. We remember that. 4 is always under the 1, except for, what did I say earlier? When we cross between the B and between the G to the B string. We just shift everything 1 fret up. That's it. That's all. That's your other rule. You know, that's it. Everything else, it's easy, right? So underneath the 1 should be a 4. I should put it here, but I'm going to shift it over 1 fret. So everything shifts over 1 fret. So if I go a whole step away from 4, I'm going to go to 5. So there's a half step and another half step coming off this onto this side would be there. And no, we always know that the 3 is to the left of the 4 because it's only a half step away from the 4, right? And so that lands under a 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right, should be underneath here, but it's not. We have to shift it over a half step, right? That rule. So just showing how that works. So we're at 5 now. We're going to go a whole step to 6. We're almost done. And if you've done this, and a whole step to 7, if you've done this, not just watched me, watching me do this does not do it. You've got to get, of course, I want you to buy a fretboard escalator, but I mean, if you want to actually learn it, if you want to put yourself through this consequence of learning, where you might make a mistake. And if you don't make a mistake, you'll have reinforced it right into your brain, hopefully, permanently. Let's check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Great. As you can see, some variations in color of the pegs. Not to worry, still a prototype version. Now, we're going to go for the last string. There's no shift. We're not going G to B. So not to worry, we can go back and pick any other number except for 4. And so 6, 7, 1, 2. So underneath the 6 is going to be a 2. Grab myself a white 2. And we're almost done. We're on the last string. And you say, wait a minute, but the last string is the same name as the first string. So all of these numbers should be the same, right? So a whole step to the right from 2 is 3. Sorry, a 3 is a whole step to the right from 2, right? Let's see. It's a 3 on this string and it's a 3 on that string. Okay. I know, it's not rocket science. Maybe you knew that already. Half step between 3 and 4. But now you really know. And you probably know a few other things. You might even be starting to recognize some patterns. Between 5 and 6 is another whole step. I haven't dropped one of these yet. Between 6 and 7 is another whole step, right? Between 6 and 7, whole step. But there's only half steps between what? 3 and 4 and 7 and 1. You knew the answer. There. Let's check it. Because I might have done something silly. I'm missing a 1. There we go. See? That's why I checked it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to 1. Are the ones here on both ones and twos, threes, fours, five, six, seven? Got it. Okay, so this is the major scale across the fretboard on the fretboard escalator. And now, before I lose you, you've got this far, you've done a fantastic job. I should probably split it actually here and maybe to a new video because you need to go have a coffee or a beer.